All right, so in this video, we're going to be talking about multi-session M's and W's, another one of our signature trades. So multi-session M and W. The multi-session M's and W's is a reversal pattern normally used at peak formations of the week. It will form the first leg of the M or W in the London session and the second leg in the New York session, or they will form the first leg at the end of the New York session and form the second leg in the Asian session. These look like regular M and W patterns. The only difference is where they form. Remember to look back a few days. You want to see the market rise or drop for a couple of days before the formation. All right, so what will happen is this. You will see you got your days of the week, right? You will see price rising, rising, rising. Here they get here, and they'll form their first leg, right? Their first leg will close underneath the 13 EMA, just like a regular M formation. Second leg will close back above, retesting the high without breaking it, and then drop. What happens is they drop, they trend down, they get to the low, and they form a multi-session W at the low. And get up out of there and repeat the process. So you have your multi-session M, and then you have your multi-session W. All right, you want to be able to see about 2 to 3 days of rise, leading you into your multi-session M, 2 to 3 days of drop, leading you into your multi-session W. All right, so look at the chart, looking at TDI, you got your market baseline saying now overbought. You got a shark fin, blood in the water, divergence on the TDI. Price has been rising. Price came down, closed below 13 EMA, closed back above the 13 EMA, broke the high of yesterday. Came right back in, giving you some divergence, and then finished dropping. Another multi-session pattern. Price has been rising. Market baseline is sitting at overbought. You got a shark fin, blood in the water with divergence. Price is going down in TDI. Price is going up. They gave you the first leg in the London session. Came back up to retest the high, broke the high. In the New York, forming the second leg, coming right back in, trending down, starting to trend down. The price has been rising. You have shark fin, blood in the water. Market baseline there, oversold. You got divergence. Market baseline is trending down. Price is still going up, right? Price closed below the 13 EMA, right here and right here. Goes back above, giving you your second leg, drop. Another multi-session M. EMAs is fanning apart. Price has been rising. You got shark fin, blood in the water. Price came down, closed below the 13 EMA, came back up, closed above the 13 EMA, retest the previous day high. That's the high set of the first leg, and then drop. Another example, price has been rising, EMAs is fanned out. Market baseline sitting out overbought. Shark fin, blood in the water. Price closed below the 13 EMA. Closed back above the 13 EMA, giving you a second leg, finishing an M pattern and drop. Multi-session W. Price has been dropping, EMAs is fanning apart. You get your first leg in the New York session, second leg in the London session, price get out of there. Another multi-session W. You got shark fin, blood in the water. Got some divergence. Price goes up, doesn't close above the 13, comes back down, retests the low, breaks it, quickly comes back above, and gets out of there, giving you your advanced multi-session W. So this is a difference. This is different from what we are used to seeing. The dealer was rising price over days. They pulled back instead of dropping price for a few days. Throwing it in the reset, they pulled back and gave you a new peak formation low. Right, so you have price rising for 3 days. They drop, right? They had 1 day of drop, and they gave you a pattern, right? Anchor, right? So the pattern trumps everything. So although this wasn't dropping for 2 to 3 days, on your higher time frames, you'll see peak formation confirmations that will make this pattern make sense for an anchor. Another example, market baseline there oversold. You got shark fin, blood in the water, prices in reset. You got divergence. Price comes up, give you your first leg, comes back down, give me your second leg, comes back up, give me your first leg. You have your W right here. Price been dropping. EMAs is fanned out. Level 3. Price came up, closed above the 13 EMA, came back down, closed below the 13 EMA. You got your shark fin, blood in the water. You got divergence. Market baseline out oversold. Shift right here. Multi-session W. All right, so that's it for the multi-session M's and W's. All right, you want to remember that with a multi-session M, it's found on level 3s, and it's at your peak formation. So you want to see price rising for about 2 to 3 days, and then you want to see that, and you want to see that pattern, be able to identify that pattern. The multi-session W, you want to see price dropping for about 2 to 3 days, and then you want to see the W pattern form over the course of 2 sessions. All right, the confirmations that you can use: market baseline said now oversold or overbought, shark fin, blood in the water, divergence. One thing to note is the pattern trumps everything. So it doesn't matter what level you want. If the dealer gives you a clear multi-session pattern, more than likely it's an anchor. To confirm that, you want to go up to your higher time frames to see where you at to make sense of that move. So like I showed you before, sometimes they will pull back for a continuation. They'll pull back, low price and reset, and then continue to trend up without reversing price. All right, so you want to be able to identify that so you won't get caught up in false M's and false multi-session M's and W's. All right, so watch this video as many times as you need to understand how these things are formed, right? And the confirmations that go along with them so you won't be tricked out or faked out. All right.